Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to uptown Charlotte and rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Carolina Panthers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. To throw is Walker. He's going to look deep for more. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offense and quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
And we'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, a run with Connor. They find some open field here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The Panthers hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Walker.
And this will be caught by Edwards.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
Walker.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
Tommy Trimble.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Panthers are an extra point away from drawing level.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Murray off play action. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action for him.
Play action, it's Murray. And this is going to be incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give him 9, though, on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
My partner's a former defensive back. I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out when they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Murray going to throw. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They'll run here with Hubbard. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
Again, it'll be Hubbard. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Panthers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Throwing on second and long. Murray, throw left side, hauled in by McBride.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to be steering the third and long here.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Second down and goal. Walker, he's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Chuba Hubbard.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
From just inside the 20, a short kick.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and it finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
To throw is Murray.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, Walker. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. First down, Walker. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore, 33 yards. And the Panthers are able to add on to their first half lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the route is on here in this first half. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete there to Beckham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing on first down is Murray. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Derek Brown coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. He's going deep for Brown. Then he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, that's a bit of banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today. But they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Murray. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before half for Murray. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 42 yards out. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw certain...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Partner, I see you reaching for the white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why. Because if you do, you're hoping they might actually stop this game because we're in blowout territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they built up in the locker room during halftime. So
he's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. Here's Walker. Open man is Edwards. He's got it.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
It's Edwards again.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
They'll give this to Hubbard running right.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina.
Chuba Hubbard
with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year.
And the Panthers extend their lead yet again.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Throwing now is Murray. Dancing to his left. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they get a more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Quick slant to Brown.
And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the 1st, but he only makes it to the 34. Murray sets to throw on 4th. Eluding the pressure right. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opted to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired, and hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here. Bad situation.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers are pouring it on. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Murray now on first down. Towards the end zone for Brown. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals.
It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength.
Extra point good by Prater. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And they go play action. Here's Walker.
Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Cards are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Going deep for Hopkins. And he's got it inside the 10. A huge play there for Arizona. And even 60 yards. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends.
Touchdown! Ty Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Prater for the extra point. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Buda Baker with a pick. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they didn't get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you got no shot then.
And Walker now to throw on first down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. This just inside the 30-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the 29, Walker. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 27. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Gonzalez to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Murray fighting, lost the football, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Murray got him in. It's Brown. So it's third and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. Now Murray. And that is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now Murray's got to have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. That one looks like he'll throw here. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Walker, he gets this one to Hubbard, complete. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They'll try the option on third down. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
To throw again on second down, Murray. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On third down, it's Connor. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Murray and company going for it on fourth. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Alexander Johnson. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Play action now. Walker. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
To throw again on second down. Walker. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
Why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go into...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. First and 10 is counter. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end. And really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were so well-rounded in this one.
They certainly were. And how about the day those defenders had, though? How many takeaways did they have? I quit counting after a while. They were clearly the better team. And their defensive effort, it led the way.
So for Carolina, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia.